a show where we examine modern marriage from every angle, including our own relationship. I'm Allison Raskin, the New York Times bestselling author, relationship coach, and mental health advocate who convinced my husband, John, to do this show with me.
And I'm her husband, John, and I'm a writer, policy researcher. And you know what? I haven't really been sleeping very well.
Oh, you haven't?
No. I sleep like hours. I've been going to bed early with you, and then I'm still exhausted the next day. So that's a medical problem, I think.
Well, I'm up a lot of the night. Am I keeping you up?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm sleeping. I just wake up and I'm still very tired. Like I didn't just sleep 9 hours.
Oh, so that's a different thing. So you've been sleeping well, but not effectively.
Right.
Yeah, well, you got to get your sleep study.
But they can't see me until, it's so funny, the week that they can finally do a sleep study on me is the week our baby is supposed to be born, which seems like the worst time to like do a sleep study. He's up all night. Yeah.
Well, maybe you'll really get them to pay attention.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? They'll be like, these results are horrible.
I have a friend who he went for one of these and they were like, yeah, man, you're sleeping like 45 minutes a night. And he had no idea. They're like, yeah, they like needed to do something. And I don't know if he got like a CPAP machine or he did something, but now he's like alert during the day.
Wow, that'd be great for you.
Right?
Well, so the first stage is something at home.
Yeah. It's I sleep with it in our bed.
Yeah, can't wait for that.
Yep.
The good news is I've heard that CPAP machines aren't loud anymore.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I think because if you had to have a loud CPAP machine, we couldn't share a bed.
Right. I hope it doesn't come to that, but I am getting tired of this, literally.
Well, we have an infectious episode for everyone today.
Oh, no. It's an awful word.
Well, but we're going to be talking about viral relationship tests.
Okay, viral relationship.
Right, so, I mean, that was an interesting choice I made. I went with viral and then a synonym of viral. Okay. Including the very popular bird theory, which may or may not be relevant by the time this episode comes out.
Cool.
But I think it was enough in the zeitgeist that we can take a risk.
Why not?
You didn't even know what it was.
No.
Yeah, you're kind of coming into this a little like
cold.
What's it with someone that's not on in technology?
What?
Like, a lethigite?
What?
Someone who doesn't use technology.
A Luddite?
Yeah, that wasn't that far off.
Okay.
A lethigite and a Luddite is like very close. You got
but a Luddite is opposed to technology.
Oh. Well, you're
so
opposed
that's what's
to social
confusing.
media.
I'm not opposed. I just find it that my life is better without it. I'm perfectly happy for other people to do it. I'm a happier human being without it.
I feel like I got really close to the right word.
I'm not sure you did, but all right, let's just move on.
Okay, but before we dive into all of that, it is time for everyone's favorite segment of the show, Marriage Moment TM. I
loved it. That was great. That was delightful. 10 out of 10. Good work.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Great. I could have gone longer.
I could see that, yeah. I'm sure the audience really wanted it to go very long. Just minutes long.
So this is a segment of the show where we share a fun and illuminating story, or dare I say moment, from our marriage that has stuck with us for some reason. I'm going to share one from this week.
Let's do it.
We don't know if it will last the test of time, but for right now, it's stuck with me.
Oh, yeah.
Which is we were on our way to our doctor's appointment for the OB, and we park where a place you have to like use a parking machine to like pay for it or whatever. And those machines to me are just, I mean, you don't even know how many fingers are getting on those machines.
Yeah.
Just like, it is just contamination corner. And you paid for our parking, and then I realized I didn't have my hand sanitizer. I think it had fallen out of my bag, which was really devastating to me. And so I said, hey, can you, I knew you were going to have to touch a lot of other public spots. You were going to have to open the door, press the elevator button, all these things. And so I said, well, can you just watch your hand until we get upstairs, and then I can give you a wet wipe? because I'm not gonna give you like a bunch of wet wipes along that journey. That's
No.
wasteful.
No.
Whereas,
We can't
like,
afford that.
Whereas like I can give you squirts along the journey.
Right.
Right. Anyway, and you took watch your hand to mean that you were
Extremely
going to
literally.
do not even literally, because literally would have meant you just put your hand in front of your face and looked at it.
Right.
You instead did some sort of interpretive dance where your hand was just flying through the air
Yeah.
and making elaborate motions and causing you to spin and sort
Circling
of,
your body.
yeah, circling my body as you were watching it, and it kind of like, it was almost as if we were in Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah, it was very Cirque du Soleil.
With just
Yes.
your hand.
Yeah. Beautiful.
And so it was really lovely that, something that I think maybe would have annoyed another partner, you turned into an elaborate bit.
It surprisingly delighted you.
Yeah.
So that was great. Yeah, no, look, it was a beautiful dance routine. I think any bystanders who might have seen it.
And quite a few did.
Yeah. I'm glad they got a show.
Yeah. It was
Beautiful.
really a wonderful interpretation of a OCD request.
Yes, absolutely. All right, well, my marriage moment comes from, I think it was either this week or last week. So as you've been pregnant, you have had a very restrictive diet.
Mm.
Some might say really only a handful of things that you really eat. And one of the things that you eat is the fake vegan chicken quesadillas from Tocaya Organica.
Yeah.
And you order them basically every other day. And I love this restaurant, and to the point where I have gotten sick of ordering from there because you just want it all the time.
It's not even so much that I want it all the time. It's that it's one of the few things I can eat.
Yeah, that's understandable.
So it's not like I'm like, oh, this is my favorite thing. It's like,
Right.
I know this will be okay.
Right. And so the other night we ordered it and it came and you were like, this doesn't look like
It
the
looked like
vegan.
real chicken.
It looked like real chicken.
Yeah.
So you had me take a bite and I was like, oh yeah, that's 100% real chicken. And so I called up the Uber Eats or whatever, Postmates would not give a refund on the order. So F you, Uber. But
Unless you want to sponsor the show.
yeah, if you want to sponsor the show, we'll take this entire story back and say it was a lie. But so I called the restaurant
Yeah.
and was like going to get them to replace it. And the guy said, oh, we've changed the recipe recently. Like, she probably just doesn't realize that it's a new recipe for the vegan chicken. And I was like, did you change it in the last day? He's like, no, it was like 3 weeks ago. It's like, no, we definitely, she's had it like at least half a dozen times since then. And then he's like, all right. And so then I drove and I picked up your quesadilla for you. And you were right. It was real chicken and we got you the right one. But it was just so funny that you knew this so well that that there's no chance they could have changed the recipe without your knowledge.
Yeah. And also, it was just very clearly real chicken.
Yeah, it just tasted like real chicken.
But that honestly could have been my marriage moment for you, because it was so nice that you did that, and then you went and got me another one that was correct.
Yeah.
Because it was one, like sometimes like something will happen and you're like, oh, that's a bummer. And then sometimes something will happen and you'll be like, this is going to break me.
Yeah, I think you were crying, right?
I don't think I cried, but I was so hungry.
Yeah.
And it had taken way longer than it normally took.
Yeah.
And I just was like, I just wanted it to eat so bad. And then for it to like come and I couldn't eat it at all. It just felt like so overwhelming to me.
Yeah.
In a way that like a different day, a different time, it might not have. But then you were just like, I'm going to get you another one.
Yeah. I got you.
That was the second time in a row we were watching The Chair Company and you had to abruptly leave for a chore.
Yeah.
You had to go get flea bath for the dogs the week before in the middle of The Chair Company. And then my food.
I think Tim Robinson would approve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we always finish the episode.
Eventually, we get to it.
So our listener submitted marriage moment this week. I'm fudging it a little bit because this was technically them submitting one of their weird interaction stories. Remember how we had a call for like weird stranger interactions that then like become a part of your language with each other?
Yeah.
But I think it still counts as a marriage moment. So listener writes, one time my partner and I ordered graham crackers on Instacart to make a pie crust. The shopper informed us there were no graham crackers in the store. And when my partner asked for clarification, the shopper proceeded to send a picture of a shelf full of graham crackers. My partner replied, okay, so there are graham crackers. A moment later, the shopper texted back verbatim, okay, so there are graham crackers. The entire exchange was quite perplexing, but needless to say, okay, so there are graham crackers has become a very common refrain in our home.
That's great. That's a good one.
Yeah. I wonder, like, in what context it's used.
They use it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are, maybe if, like, something's been right in front of you the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you can be like, okay, so there are graham crackers.
Yeah. Or, yeah, someone points out that you've made some sort of, like, very obvious mistake.
Okay, so there are graham crackers.
Feel free to adopt that. Maybe we will as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was great because they included the photo that the shopper sent in the email, and it was just shelves full of graham crackers. Welcome back to Starter Marriage. I forgot everything. Hold on.
It's time to pop the question. This is part of the show where we do a deep dive into the topic of the episode. And this week, we're talking about viral internet tests.
What kind of test?
Relationship tests.
Oh, good.
See? I could do this job. I'm the B guy. I'm the backup guy. I could do this stuff. I could do the main stuff. I could be the A team.
You want to take
Promote
on that
me? Yeah, I want to do. Yeah.
So you'll do all the prep work and stuff?
No, you do that, but I want to be the star. You know, like you sit, like if you're listening to this and you don't watch on YouTube, Allison sits in the star chair. She sits where the star of the show sits. I sit on the couch where it's like me, the dogs, you know. This is where the peasants sit over here.
Well, I think
you're
just like star. That my armchair has like rests on both sides.
You like that you're the star. You're the star of the show, and that's fine. I'm just saying that when you stumble like that, or when sometimes Travis asks us to clap into the microphone, you know, I'm waiting for you to mess up so that I can climb the ladder.
Wow.
I can climb the ladder and get even higher, you know? Oh, and then I do the clap when Travis goes, that's great clap, John. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I'm gunning for you. It's
This is not good.
Sugar and I are going to take over the show, and we're going to have our own thing eventually.
I don't view myself as the star of this show. We're co-hosts of the show.
No, you're the star of the show. You sit in the chair. You sit in the chair, so you're the star of the show.
All right. I guess the only thing that I have thought about is like in the introduction, one of my qualifiers isn't that I'm your wife, but your qualifier is that
exactly.
You're my husband.
It's like, hi, I'm Allison Raskin. I'm a New York Times bestseller. I'm an expert on everything we're about to talk about. And also, here's this guy who I forced to do this show. And then I'm just like, hey, how you doing, everybody? I'm just some guy. I'm here. I like it when it rains or whatever the hell I'm saying that week. Like, yeah. So look, I'm not bitter about any of this. I just want to let you know that I know you're the star of the show, and I'm coming for you.
You've said that you've wanted to write a stay or leave, but then you don't do it.
I've never done it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll do a Bizarro episode where you're the host.
And do I get to sit in the chair?
Okay.
Yes. That's really mostly what I want.
Yeah, it is.
I don't want to do any of the prep work or anything like that, but I want to.
No, if we do the switch, you have to do all of the prep work.
Okay.
You have to, you know.
Can I also make up credentials at the beginning?
Sure.
So like 1 week you'll know it's the bizarre, like maybe for April Fool's Day or something. Yeah. We'll do one that's like, well, it's like, welcome to Starter Marriage. I'm John Blakesley, a New York Times best-selling author and world-renowned psychotherapist.
Wow, I'd love to be a world-renowned psychotherapist.
Right. Well, when
But-
you're just making things up, you could do it.
Okay, so this week we're diving into viral relationship tests.
That's what I said.
Yep. And so basically, there's a huge trend online of like these very simple tests to see if you're in the right relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them are based in things that are kind of more interesting than others and some kind of research based. But I think it's a very interesting and potentially harmful phenomenon.
Yeah.
Like if this one moment doesn't go well, then I'm with the wrong person.
Yeah.
And then also to then film it and put it online.
Yeah. Oh, they film like the test?
Yeah, that's why it's viral. All these people are doing the tests, filming their partner's reactions.
What are the percentages
You're a
you would
Luddite.
say? I'm not a Luddite. You just don't have social media. Are like, what's the percentages of success versus failure?
I don't know. But so let me explain the one that's been really hot recently.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So it's called bird theory. And this is actually based on something that John Gottman's research has brought up. And John Gottman is like one of the, preeminent researchers on couples.
Right.
He talks a lot about bids for connection,
Mm.
right? So a bid for connection is like, I say something and like, are you going to meet me there? Right? Like, are you going to like recognize that I'm reaching towards you, even if it kind of seems mundane?
Mm.
So the explanation for the bird theory is one partner makes a casual comment about something they saw, like a bird. The test is how the other responds. A curious or engaged response is considered a passing sign of emotional connection, while ignoring the comment is seen as a sign of detachment. Right? So like, the boiling it down is like, oh, look, I saw this beautiful bird. And if you're like, oh, where? Or ask like literally any follow-up question,
You pass.
then you pass. But if you like ignore it or just like avoid it, or say who cares, then, you have to get divorced.
That seems harsh, but
No, yeah. But like, that's the issue, right? It's like we might read too much into that moment.
one test, yeah. I did it on you this morning because I read about it. Because you said we're going to talk about bird theory. And then I tried to do it on you, but then you just laughed at me.
Well, at first I got really excited because you said you saw a beautiful bird in the neighborhood. And I thought, oh, wow, because I think a lot about the fact that on the East Coast where we're from, there are so many beautiful birds.
Beautiful birds.
And out here, you just don't see the same variety.
Yeah.
So I got very excited, and then I realized I was being tricked.
But you passed the test then.
Yeah.
If you were excited to talk about birds.
But what's your thought on like that, viewing that as like a bid for connection?
I think actually, I don't think anyone should be like testing their partner quite in that way. But I do think it does say something about like, if someone says something, do you engage with them or do you just like discount what they say or move on? I mean, there could be extenuating circumstances if you get someone in the wrong time or whatever. But yeah, I actually think that is like pretty reasonable.
I think it's a really helpful thing to know,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm often like talking to my clients about like now that we've named this thing, it can be easier to identify and to work on. So like just even having the term a bid for connection can help you like reframe those moments, right? Like when your partner just says something that's like maybe just like not that interesting to you.
Yeah.
You could be like, okay, but this is a bid for connection and therefore that means blah, blah, blah.
I've never phrased it in bid for connection, but I think I have had the thought during like really boring conversations. Like, why
With
is this?
me?
No. With like other people. Like, why is this person talking to me about this right now? Like, oh, they want to connect.
Yeah.
Like they want to have a conversation or like, and then sometimes that like gets me to be like, okay, I don't want to talk about what they're talking about, but I think what they really just want is us to like get to know each other or like, is trying to say something else to me. And so I'll just change the topic to something that's more interesting for us to talk about or something like that. Instead of getting annoyed with like, why are they talking to me about this?
Yeah, I mean, the way people will just like talk about the weather, it's because it is a way to like connect.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to know someone to be able to talk about the weather, but it's like a shared experience of living in this atmosphere.
I often try to talk to you about how clear the sky is, whether or not we have a clear day
Right.
or a hazy day
Uh-huh.
here in Los Angeles.
Sometimes you're wrong.
And I like to talk a lot about like, oh, look, you can really see the mountains today. That's interesting. It's a really clear day. And you're not very interested in that, huh?
No, because you're doing it to mess with me. You're doing it to annoy me. But I still give you a response.
Yeah.
I will say the times that I feel like the most like disconnected from you is when I say things and you don't reply.
Right.
And so my tactic that I do is I'll just say it again.
You say it again, yeah.
Because my options are to get mad at you and to like storm off and like have a little fit. Or
Right.
I can just say it again and then hope you reply.
Sometimes it's not totally obvious to me that you that I'm supposed to respond.
You're always supposed to respond.
Yeah, okay.
Why would I say something if I didn't want a response?
Well, you say all kinds of things. Sometimes you just sing songs
But
in the middle of the
that's
house.
not saying something to you. That's just me being a musician.
Okay. You know, the interesting thing about the clear days versus the hazy days is that
You don't
part
have,
of it,
you don't have anything interesting about
part of it is that I do have these boring thoughts. I have the boring thought like, oh yeah, it's a clear day. That's interesting. Or I'll say that in my head, right? But then I really play it up to annoy you and how invested I am. But now you've recently been like, oh, it's a clear day. Like, I think you're kind of getting interested in it. And so this thing that's born out of just like irony has become a whole thing.
Well, now I check in. I see, how clear is it?
That's interesting. Yeah. Look at the mountains on a different day in Los Angeles. You're like, oh, I can really see them today.
Well, I mean, that's one of the benefits of like partnership or like a really close friendship or family is like you can share these more mundane thoughts that you wouldn't necessarily bring to a coworker or an acquaintance.
Or really anyone.
Yeah. Like I, we were going on a walk yesterday morning or something, and I was like, I got major updates for you, and they like weren't really.
Yeah,
one was just kind of related to my acid reflux,
right?
But it's nice to know that there's someone that will hear you out.
Yeah.
But I think it does a lot of damage when you don't reply to your partner.
Yeah.
Not like, you don't do it enough where it's like does major damage.
Yeah.
But like if like, I think all the time about this movie, one of my favorite movies, Friends with Money. And there's this couple in it and there's this like reoccurring theme that she like will hurt herself in the house and then go, ow. And then he doesn't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like he never checks in to like see if she's okay. And then they finally separate and she hurts herself in the house and she goes, ow. And then like, I think like her housekeeper is like, are you okay? And like, it's like, oh, right. Like
that's what I was looking for.
Yeah. Like that's like a normal human reaction to someone hurting themselves.
Right.
And so maybe like that's also something that's like primed me to be like so aware of that. But like, especially like I feel like a lot of times lately it's been me being like, my back is hurting. And it's like, yeah, there's nothing really huge for you to say. But I just like want the acknowledgement that it's there.
Yeah.
Okay, so another viral test that went through the rounds of the internet is called the orange peel theory.
Huh.
And this theory suggests a partner who is willing to do small, sometimes messy or annoying tasks like peeling an orange for you is a good match. So like the test would be, we're just like hanging out and I'd be like, can you peel this orange for me? And then do you put up a fight? Do you make a whole thing about it? Are you like, why can't you peel your own orange? Or do you just like simply do the task?
Okay. Have you done this test on me?
No.
This one I'm less into.
Tell me why.
Well, at least the other one was like you're seeking connection. You're seeking something that is fundamentally like a two-way street. Mm-hmm. Whereas this is like, do something for me. It's kind of one way. And it might be nice if like your partner does this for you, but I don't know. It could also be a sign of like the other one. It's like, oh, if you always connect with your partner, that's a good sign. That makes sense to me. It's hard for me to imagine you responding to your partner saying, ow, and you saying, are you okay? And that ever being a bad thing. I could see a dynamic where a partner is like, peel this orange for me. And it's like, they're always doing this. And like, they they never want to do anything for themselves, or like that it could be like a bad dynamic between the two of them. Even if it like maybe is a nice thing. Like if you handed me an orange, I probably would do it. If you did it to me every single day with like multiple things, I might be like, hey, what is going on here? Like why?
Or if you really hate peeling oranges.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes the oranges get on your hands and
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think like, look, like obviously if there's a deeper issue here where like one person is just like constantly sort of using the other person as a servant, then, you know,
Right.
the person's reaction might not be like, what's it called? Unbiased or
Right.
the correct sample.
Right.
But I do think there is something to like, if your partner asks you to do something, like what tends to be your response?
Yeah.
So is it sort of just like, oh, sure? Or is it like, I think it can kind of be a sign of like underlying resentment if like just being asked to do something is like, oh,
Right.
right. Like that's sort of a sign of like, not necessarily that you guys are in a bad partnership, but like maybe there's something that's been off between you that needs to be discussed.
Yeah. Like if I asked you to peel an orange for me and you threw the orange on the ground and then started screaming, that would be a bad sign. That would be like, oh, okay, there's like something broken here in the relationship.
Or like, it's more like you are so skewed to see that your partner is always making you do stuff.
Right. Right.
And so like you're sort of like your go-to is like again, and
Right.
that would like be revealing of kind of your perspective of the relationship as a whole.
Right.
But like again, I don't think that this is like a good test. I don't think that like we should really like take a lot from like that actual one interaction, because I also think people's moods matter a lot. Like
Yeah.
there's plenty of times where like, hey, it's no big deal for me to peel an orange, versus like if I'm in the middle of like folding clean laundry and then you ask me to peel an orange, like that's gonna upset me more than like if we're sitting on the couch or whatever.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of dynamics at play. But I do think that like if you are primed to be aggravated at your partner asking something of you, like something is going on there.
Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah, it could be revealing, but it could not be. I think this one is not as good as the bird one.
All right, fair enough. I'm not great at peeling an orange.
Depends on the orange. Sometimes they're easy, sometimes they're not so easy, and it can really create problems. I never really like getting it under my fingernails.
I hate that. Yeah,
that sucks. That's not good.
We got to find a third.
We'll find somebody else who can peel an orange.
We'll bring in someone into the relationship
Yeah.
to peel our oranges.
We're opening our relationship, but only for fruit-related matters.
Okay, so here's another one. Name a woman test. A partner.
I don't know why I did that. A woman. Yes.
I've heard of a woman.
I like women. Go ahead.
A partner is asked to name the first woman that comes to mind. According to the test logic, failing to name their own partner means they have failed the test.
Stop it. No, that's a bad test.
See, I actually thought when I saw this one circulating online that it was just like, if you can't name a woman at all, then perhaps you are sexist or just like not cuted enough to like the reality of like that women is half the population. But I didn't realize that the actual test was that you were expected to name your own partner.
Yeah. Weird.
This one feels icky.
Because I don't think about you as a woman.
What?
Like,
what am I?
No, you're you're a creature. You're an alien creature.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, like I think it's misleading.
Right.
Because like name a woman. Oh, the first thing I think is like you're not a woman. You're Allison.
Right.
Like I don't know. Like it's
who do you think you name a woman?
Selma Hayek.
That's not what I would have guessed, but it also makes so much sense.
I don't know why, but Selma Hayek was the first woman I thought of.
Yeah. Well, she's, you know, she's very feminine. Mm-hmm. She's got a real presence.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Ask me again. I'll keep going for days.
Yeah, and I mean, again, like I think just like this testing dynamic.
Allison, name a man.
John Blakesley.
Oh, stop it. Good one.
I think this dynamic of testing is so harmful.
Yeah.
And it was something I used to do all of the time.
You used to test your partners.
All the time.
I never did that. But tell me, what would you do?
you know, it would be like, how quickly are they getting back to me? Like, oh, I'm going to say I'm not going to go to this thing, but are they going to convince me to go? Like, I was just like always from this place of like trying to gauge how they felt about me.
Yeah.
And it made me, because I was anxiously attached.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it was just a disaster.
That sounds exhausting.
It was. But okay, so I did something to you the other day that I don't know if it was a test or not.
Oh, tell me.
So I said that I was going to dinner with Alice, who is my media rights agent.
Mm-hmm.
And in my head, I thought, he should know who Alice is.
Right.
Like, we talk about her all the time.
Yeah.
Like, he's met her.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I was debating if I should say Alice, my media rights agent.
Yeah.
Or if I could just say Alice.
Right.
Because I, you know, like giving you kind of the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, just give me the
that
benefit
you
of the
would
doubt. Yeah.
know who that was.
Right.
So I went with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you went, who's Alice?
Immediately.
And so it was like this conundrum, because it wasn't necessarily that I was like trying to test you. I was trying to like give you the benefit of the doubt, but
I found a way to fail the test.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly. And then when you said my media right, oh right,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I like, but again, like that wasn't like, oh, and then I'll determine your feelings for me based off of that.
You definitely shouldn't.
No, it was more just like how bad is his memory?
Yeah. Who's your media rights agent? Who's Alice again?
Why do you have a media rights agent? I do think that the desire to test though makes sense,
Mm-hmm.
because people are like so worried about if they're in the right relationship or not.
Right.
And so then
it's a way of giving them certainty.
Yeah, and for it to be so simple.
Right.
Right? Like if all I need to do to know if I'm in the right relationship is like mention this bird.
Right.
There's like something very appealing about that, rather than like having to sit with the fact that like, you know, what works for you might not work for someone else, and there's never going to be like this clear cut like above or below like good enough.
Wow. I got a test for you.
Okay.
And so, are you familiar? Are you familiar with the 1993? I don't know if that's actually the year. The 1993 film A Bronx Tale.
Not really, no. I've heard of it.
Okay, well, look. In A Bronx Tale, and I think it was in the 90s, I don't know. But the main character of the movie, he says, you get 3 great ones. You get 3 great loves of your life.
Okay.
Okay. And the way that you know that she's one of the great ones is when you
Is this an animated film about a mouse?
No. What? Is it an animated film about a mouse?
What am I thinking of?
I have no idea. Mickey Mouse? What are you talking about?
Okay, I just need to understand the
You
tone
were
of the
so
movie.
clear that you knew A Bronx Tale. Oh my God, 1993.
Wow.
I called it. That's unbelievable.
What's the movie about a mouse that immigrates
It's with
to
Rob.
America?
This is not the movie that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the 1993 American crime drama with
Oh, it's a crime drama.
Robert De Niro and Chaz Palminteri. Okay, this is a really great coming of age film. You can see here.
Wow.
You can see here. They're like.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking of at all.
Okay,
I
so-
was thinking about an animated film about a mouse that went on a ship to America.
Okay, well, that's not the movie that I'm telling you about. So I'm telling you about this movie, and basically said you get 3 great loves of your life. Okay,
Yeah.
this is either Robert De Niro saying this or Chaz. I think it's De Niro,
Okay.
not a mouse. Just to be clear, De Niro's not the voice of an animated
Okay.
mouse. So the way you know is that when you pick her up and you go to get in your car, you let her in the passenger side of the car. Okay, but you make sure that it's locked. So you open it up, you close it, and then you walk the long way to the driver's side to get into your car. If she leans over and unlocks the door for you, she's one of the greats.
I don't think that this is true at all.
If she just sits there and waits for you to get into the car, she's not one of the greats.
I think that's more about a personality type than about like the level of love.
Look, this is what this talking mouse in this movie said, and that's a test. And I remember liking this movie when I was a kid, and I remember like my first big girlfriend, she also knew about the movie or whatever, I don't know. And I remember I wasn't even testing her. I let her in the car. It's also like a very like technologically specific thing of that time. Like we didn't have like key fobs then.
Couldn't you even just unlock it from your side of the passenger side?
Yeah, slash also like if it opens on the passenger side, it's going to open on the other. Yeah, and like just being near it now with cars. But back in the day, youngins, you had to like physically unlock the lock.
When you were 4 years old in 1993. Yeah.
And so she knew either that I liked this movie or she had also seen this movie, and I let her in the car, and I was going around. I was not even testing her. And as I got to the thing, she was there, and she opened it up, and she said, "See, I passed."
Oh, wow.
Isn't that cute? So,
looking back, do you consider her one of your great three?
I do.
Really?
I think I do.
Your high school girlfriend?
I think so. Because, like, it was my first time falling in love. And so I do. But
so your grade 3 are her, your 4-year relationship, and then to be decided me.
Yeah. Well, sugar. I guess so. I mean, I don't really buy into this thing that this mouse is talking about in this movie, but Robert De Niro as an animated mouse coming to America, and founding a crime family, and so, but I think that I would, if I had to like do this thing, I think it would be those three, yeah.
See, I feel like I've observed things about you that are not necessarily tests, but like you end up passing.
Oh,
so it's not like
nice.
something I've like set up to like determine, right? Like where it's like a trap, like these things. But I might have mentioned early on in our relationship that we were doing like a movie night with your friends. We were also going to go to dinner for like the first time in a restaurant, like post vaccine or whatever. Or, I don't know, and I like gave you the wrong directions, and you like didn't care. Like we were like kind of running out of time, and I didn't really know where to go, and I was like very stressed, and you were like, "Oh, whatever." And I remember being like, "Oh, great. This seems like someone kind of easy to be around."
Wow.
So like your like it could have been a test, right? Of me like giving you the wrong directions to see how you reacted, and I feel like that could almost be like one of these viral, ones, but it just happened, and then I was like, "Oh, this is good information."
You would be probably good at going back at these old things that you used to do and making them viral again. Like the give him wrong directions thing. That's a pretty good test. For this really viral type of thing. You should do that. Yeah.
Like, are they emotionally, regulated or not?
Right. So I'm a pretty easygoing guy. Yeah. But you're basically telling me you would fail the test with the car test.
No, I'm just saying that I think there are plenty of people that really can you can have a great love with who are just not conscientious.
Right.
And so it wouldn't occur to them to unlock the door for anybody.
But that's what it's about. It's about, hey, are they thinking about you? You open the door for them. Are they thinking about, hey, I'm going to unlock? It's about a partnership that is a two-way street.
Yes. But I would argue there's like all these great love affairs where the love is so intense, but maybe it's not necessarily like a great dynamic.
I think what Robert De Niro talked about when he wasn't eating cheese or scurrying about was that to be one of the greats, it's like a good relationship. It isn't just like a love affair,
passionate,
but this is a great love of my life. Know?
Okay, fair enough.
But who the hell knows? He was just some stupid mouse who came over on a ship in the 1993 crime thriller, A Bronx Tale.
I think there's another Bronx Tale about a mouse.
Look, Bronx Tale fans, let us know in the comments what you think about this mouse movie Allison is talking about, and whether or not you've ever tested a loved one with the test in A Bronx Tale.
So one thing I'd love for you to change. No, but like coming back to the bids for connection, like is something that does make me feel a little disconnected from you is when you leave the house without saying goodbye. I find that very disorienting. Like that suddenly, like I tend to know you're like going to leave,
right?
But then I'll just hear the door shut, and you won't have said goodbye.
Oh, okay.
And so that I feel like that's a way we're wired a little differently,
right?
And so
sometimes I'm just going to around the corner to the pharmacy, like right next door, so I don't feel like it's like even goodbye.
But to me, if you've left the home, you've left the home,
yeah,
and there's the loud sound of the door closing,
right?
And so just this idea of like, you know, because I think they also say there's like a lot to be said about like saying hello and goodbye to each other. Like that's like a really important thing to have involved in your relationship is like to always like when you're entering a space, always say hello and acknowledge each other and then always say goodbye.
Okay.
And so I feel like we can probably both get better at doing that.
Sounds good.
But I think that'd be nice.
You got it.
It's also a lot of times I'm talking, you're not even in the house. Okay, so this is one final test called the husband test, and it's when a woman, these are all so well the last two have been pretty heteronormative, but okay. A woman refers to her boyfriend as her husband while filming and posts the video to see his reaction. The reaction is interpreted as a sign of their love. However, experts often dismiss these kinds of tests as potentially misleading. Right.
So it's like she'll say husband, and then if he's like, take that down, I'm not your husband.
Well, like, yeah, I saw this is like described it poorly, but like it'll be like I'm recording, like let's say we were back to just dating. I'm recording this, and I'm like, me and my husband are gonna try this like a hot dog. Wow, none of that would have ever happened because I don't need hot dogs.
Right.
But like if you went like if you
You're having a stroke.
If you were like, oh no, like you look like a deer in headlights, you were like,
oh, I
like,
see.
That, like you had like a very adverse reaction to me calling you my husband when you were just my boyfriend.
This is a terrible test.
Then versus like if you were like, ooh, you called me your husband, like that would show that you're like interested in moving in that direction.
What an awful test. This is such a bad test. They might just be surprised that you said that, which is like a little. My brain would not immediately go to whether or not I was like interested in you or not. Honestly, I would go to, is she trying to like use the husband label for like internet clout or something? Like my brain would go to like a different place, like not like whether or not we're heading in that direction or not, more of just like, why would she, what is the motivation for this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then I could misinterpret that as you not wanting to marry me when really you were desperate to marry me.
I was just suspicious of you. I figured you were up to no good. Right. Yeah, so I'm not a huge fan of that test.
I mean, it's difficult to say, right, like, what impact these tests actually have on couples. Like, because obviously people are always looking to make content. They're always looking to go viral. And so are they just really doing it because they know that, like, the algorithm likes these tests? Or are they really having major takeaways about their own relationship from
I've always
these
wondered
exchanges?
With these videos, like, especially if you fail the test, is there ever, like, a moment afterwards where, like, and millions of people are watching it, where they, like, talk about it? I would feel really weird if you posted one of these things online where it was like the takeaway was like John failed the test.
Yeah.
And then like if I wasn't in on the joke, like I would be upset probably.
Oh,
like,
definitely.
Yeah, like I wonder how this plays out in these, like, do these guys not care? Are they in on the joke? Was it all staged? Like to have, you know, it all feels kind of gross.
Well, there's a lot of filming of your partner without their knowledge that takes place online.
That's bad.
And like that, yeah, like, because sometimes I think about like, you know, would that be funny to like, you know, to get your reaction to something? But I just think it is like this like invasion of privacy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, because it's also like now the internet is like a third. It's like you're doing something at your partner's expense, probably for the benefit of the internet. And like that's not right.
And I always wonder, like, if your partner has a history of doing that, then anytime they bring something to you that's like a little weird,
Yeah.
or like I'd be like, "Oh, are you filming me?"
Right.
Like I'd like kind of like get into that like Truman Show mindset of like, is every interaction for like this like hidden camera?
Yeah. It took me a while to trust you because of that, because so much of your life is online. And even I thought to myself, if we break up, like I'm probably going to be the subject of some like essays and people
Let's
trashing
hope at
me.
least a book.
Yeah, yeah. And because of that, I think especially for a while, frankly, like I couldn't totally trust you, like around like certain things, because anything I said, like if things went bad, might just end up in a book or whatever. Part of me wondered if that contributed to your ex-fiance not, like, I wonder if he had reasons or things that he didn't want out there. And so he didn't tell you, which is still shitty because it's like you were going to marry this person. But like the abruptness, I've wondered sometimes, like, did he not tell her or want to have a conversation because he was like, I don't want this out there or something. What do you think about that?
You know, I've always had boundaries, right? Like
Yeah.
I don't just like share, like I don't share things that you don't want me to share.
Right. Which now I trust you, right? And like you have totally like respected those boundaries. But so maybe like I don't know, maybe he knew that too.
Like
But
yeah, like I never
yeah.
like there's things I never talk about or share about, and like
Yeah.
I think even in my exploring what happened, I tried so hard to always do it from my point of view.
Right.
Like that I wasn't like overly sharing his side or what my assumptions around his side, or you know, like that it was always I tried to be like this was my experience.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not attacking you for how you've ever written anything. I don't mean it like that way at all. I just mean it like you're a public person, you write about your feelings and your relationship. Entering into a relationship with you, it crosses people's mind that like there's that other layer of like, oh, I might be fodder for like a character in a book or something or an essay or whatever. And that is I mean, like, have you thought about that of like as a dynamic that like
That would make someone not want to be with me?
Yeah.
I guess so, but also I feel like you have to think that that part of my life is cool and interesting, or else why would you be with me?
Right.
Like you have to sort of like respect the craft of that.
Yeah.
Or else there's just like a fundamental incompatibility.
Right. I wonder if that's, look, I don't know anything about that former relationship, but I, as a writer, can appreciate this part of you, even if sometimes it used to scare me a little bit. Whereas I wonder if he was able to, have that same level of, he might have enjoyed a more private life. I don't know. I never met the guy, but
yeah,
just from what I have gleaned from him.
Like, do you wish that wasn't part of my life?
No, I think it's cool as part of like being attracted to you. I think it's great. I mean, so far you've never. Now we're also in a different place. Like, if we even had some big messy divorce, I'm sure you'd write about it. But like, it's different. I'm like, we're gonna like have a kid together. Like we're married. Like we've been together so long. There's just like a different. I trust, like, no matter how bad it would get, you would still kind of look to protect me in some way.
Yeah.
In a way that like, maybe isn't true of like a person that you've been dating for like 6 months or a year or something like that.
When did you start to trust me in that way?
Just with time.
Like
We'd also talked about it at one point. I think I brought this up, that it's like a little freaky to me that like I worry about like what I say sometimes, or what like if I had a feeling that was like maybe a little, I wouldn't want publicized.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, do you really say it to Allison, because it could wind up on the internet, And so we talked about it, but honestly, it was mostly just time.
Yeah. And do you think time and like getting to know me better and like seeing me, how I navigate this stuff?
Yeah. I think you navigate it pretty well, but a part of it all is like, I don't think that there's like I don't think for me, there's anyone, like, you could navigate that stuff absolutely perfectly. And there's no one I would meet and I would like immediately feel
Right.
comfortable with. Like, it just
Yeah.
takes time and like to trust people. And so, and to feel like you've built something with someone, because like that, like they're not just going to like toss away or like trash you suddenly or like, you know, like, and so yeah.
No, I mean, that's like a thing I'm constantly struggling with like, oh, there's all these things I want to write about, but I can't because of my relationships to certain people.
Yeah.
And it's like a daily conflict
Right.
of like, how could I do it in a way that wouldn't upset them? How can I do, like, how can I do, like, being told this is off limits? That's like, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's also like, the way that I move through the world is through sharing my experiences and writing about my experiences. And then when there are people in my life that are like, you can't talk about this, you can't talk about that, or I know that if I said that, it would upset them, it does like stifle me creatively. And it is like a big internal conflict. But ultimately, like, I exist as more than a writer. I also exist as a person with relationships.
Right. Because I think to ruin those relationships over something like that is not a wise decision, or to even just like damage your relationship like that. I mean, it took so much for me to finally start writing about my parents, because I knew this was like a Rubicon that once I passed it, like that was probably it. And so that was like really a struggle.
But then it's also been so freeing and empowering for you.
Yeah, but that's after years and trying every alternative.
Right.
And also, like, I had been, like, wronged and in all these ways. And, like, it's a different situation. But yes, yeah.
All right, well, so far you've been passing all my secret tests.
Okay.
Okay, it is time for our final segment of the show, my soon-to-be patented game show, Stay or Leave.
This is a test. This is a weekly test every week.
But I actually, like, don't ever get mad at you about your responses. I'm more sometimes just surprised.
Yeah, you're usually
like,
surprised that I'm just willing to stay.
Yeah, like, a lot of times I think you're going to leave and you stay, and I'm like, oh, I can get away with a lot. So this is where I present you with a hypothetical situation of something I might do in the future, and you tell me if you would stay or leave, because marriage is a choice, not a trap. Or one long test. Inspired by bird theory and Michael Douglas's seminal work, The Game,
I knew it.
I orchestrate an elaborate plot where I am fake kidnapped in the middle of the night to test if you would do everything in your power to get me back. This involves stealing money for ransom, traveling to the desert, and getting in a fist fight with a man who is supposed to let you win so long as you don't flee.
What happens if I flee?
Then you lose the test.
Oh, okay.
Right, then you haven't
So this is a Michael Douglas The Game. If you haven't seen this movie, terrific,
it's really important
great
to check
film.
It out.
Allison loves it. I'm going to guess that film came out in 1997. I'm going to go check. I'm going to see if oh my God, it's 1990. Swear to God.
We got to take you to the how do we make money off of
this? I got to make money off of this. I really want to. That's unbelievable that I guessed both of those years. Okay, so the 1997 thriller mystery, The Game with Michael Douglas.
Right.
This mysterious organization approaches him. Someone in his life buys him this experience with the game. They take him on a
wild ride, but he's then not sure if it is still a game.
Is
or
it a
if
game?
It's
Is it
real.
not? Exactly. And then I won't say anything more. But it's one of Allison's favorite films. She's made us watch it multiple times. And so I'm going through on this game to see if
you don't know it's a game. Like, you think I just in the middle of the night got kidnapped.
Okay.
And then let's say you succeed and you do all these things, and then at the end, I reveal to you that was a test and you passed.
Is there like a cool, fun party waiting for me at the end?
Yeah. With a bounce house.
Okay.
I didn't really move the
No,
needle
I would
for
be
you.
furious and I would leave.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, that it's not quite the Michael Douglas thing. He's told at the beginning. He know they're like, it's a game.
Yeah.
and we're gonna play this game. And then as the movie goes on,
it gets so crazy. He's like, how could this still be a game?
This is not a game anymore.
Right.
Right. And so in that, if you had told me at the front, like, by the way, there's gonna be a game, and then all this happened, and so I think I would stay, even if it was really like intense and dramatic. But at the end, you're like, and that was the game. I might still be a little like, what the fuck? But at least I would be like, oh, okay, she told me there's going to be a game. I consented to the game on some level, even if I didn't realize how I was going to be in the desert fighting this guy or whatever. But if you just fake your own kidnapping, then I would be really upset, and I think I would leave.
Would you be proud of yourself, though, for getting me back, even if it was a game?
Well, what, in the version where I knew it was a game all along?
No, you didn't know it was a game.
No, I would feel awful because I was like, here I thought I beat that guy at the desert. I did all these things, but really it was just a game where it's kind of rigged for me to ultimately win if I got through the game, as opposed to my own abilities and skills.
Yeah.
And so, no, not only would I be mad at you for putting me through all that stress, but then I would be mad at you for humiliating me. That I thought that I was like so cool in this way that I could make it through the game. Turns out I can't make it through the game. I'm not like Michael Douglas at all. And that's really the hardest part for me, is not living up to being like Michael Douglas.
Yeah, especially because my favorite genre of movie is Michael Douglas thrillers.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it really is. You know what's funny? After Selma Hayek, the next woman that came to my head, Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Oh, wow. Michael Douglas's wife.
Exactly.
How confident were you that my stay or leave was going to involve a reference to the game?
Not at all. What do you mean? Today, because it was a test. We're talking about tests. Yeah. I didn't think about it once.
Oh, because you made it seem like, of course she mentioned the game. I knew she was going to mention the game.
No, when you said the seminal Michael Douglas, I knew the end of that sentence was going to be the game. Because I know you love the game.
Although the last time we rewatched it was a little slow.
Well, here's the problem.
You can't really rewatch
you gotta only rewatch it once every few years when you forget enough things.
Yeah.
Because when you know everything that's coming,
it's not as exciting.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Fantastic episode.
Tune in next week where we only talk about Michael Douglas thrillers. It'll just be reaction videos of Allison and I rewatching the 1997 film The Game.
I just really love that sub-genre.
Or we could watch that and A Bronx Tale.
I want to watch the one about the mouse. I got to figure out. Fido? Is Fido something?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Tell us if you know what movie Allison is talking about.
And if you want to watch John not know what I'm talking about, you can head over to youtube.com/justbetweenus for the full video version of this show.
And if you want to read me not knowing what I'm talking about, sign up for my Substack at Wrongman for the Job. Or Allison, you know what you're talking about things at Emotional Support Lady.
And if you're like, wow, I too love Michael Douglas, I can't believe someone talked about this on a podcast finally, then please rate and review our show.
Maybe comment, they talk about Michael Douglas a lot.
Yeah, please leave.
5 stars.
Please leave that review.
5 stars. They talk about Michael Douglas a lot. Period.
Or more than I'd thought. And as we say in our home, good night to me, the Alibaba.
As you say in our home.
Yeah, good night. Good night. Well, as we say. I always say as we say.
I know.
As we say in our, and that's the test that I give you.
That is the test I get every night.
Yeah, as we say in our home, good night to me, the Alibaba.
Good night to you, the Alibaba.
Why hasn't that gone viral?